Playoff football has come to the west coast of Florida, and we're at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. Coming up, an important divisional round matchup in the NFC between the San Francisco 49ers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Set, ready. Check, pink. Yellow, blue. Ready.
A handoff from Mitchell running left. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Mike McGlinchey, the Notre Dame man, guilty on that one. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Shot, 17.
Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here. Their first possession of the game, and they're already going after double coverage.
That's a nice completion that can set the tone for things to come if they're able to keep finding ways to beat what the defense is throwing at them. They look like they're confident that they can get it done.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. A first carry for Elijah Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. You don't see that a ton, do you? When the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. In the wild card win last week, he had just 2 catches, and now he's got his first one here.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
1st down, here's Mitchell. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The center receiver in motion to the right. To throw, it's Lance. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamel Dean. And the Buccaneers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Check, man. Check, man.
They'll start with the option. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Left wing 19. 18, Pioneers. Street.
Now Willis to throw. Being chased out left. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
Here we go. Yellow, 1.
Lance going to sneak it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Niners are on the board first here in this division round matchup. A long way to go in this one. I'm sure that's not the only score we'll see today, but to jump out like that, very good.
Yeah, everyone wants to set the pace. You know, in a game like this, you want people chasing you. You don't want to be the team chasing them. That's exactly what they did.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down, here's Willis. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. For 30 more yards and another 1st down. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Malik Willis from 17 yards out. And the Bucs are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there, because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Well, Charles, you look at this offense. They're the #1 seed, a Super Bowl favorite, but it's hard to avoid the topic that this is a rookie quarterback under center making his first ever postseason appearance. Any concern level there?
Well, I would think that we'd all have some concern because, you know, a rookie quarterback, that's just not normal, right? But I think I'd be a lot more concerned if they were the 6 or 7 seed and had to go on the road and play in a hostile environment. What if it was cold outside? But here you got a guy who's been solid all year, led them to all those wins, a #1 seed. I think they have unquestioned belief in him. They also feel like they have a responsibility to help carry him along as well.
A first carry for Rashad White. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
7-7, our score after 1. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First and 10, it's Willis. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again to throw, Willis on 2nd down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. Able to complete this one to McLeod. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
It's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. The Lance going to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Here we go, here we go. Pat the streak, pat the streak.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. To the air on first down, here's Willis. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
And cue the applause, and there it is for him, the mark he's been aiming for all season long. 1,000 yards. Just the third quarterback to reach that milestone, joining Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick. That's a season's worth of work and a huge commitment to get him the touches that he needed to make that happen. Congratulations.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Read option, this is White. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hurt.
They stay on the ground with White. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Now Willis on the bootleg. Decent gain on the scramble at 6, but now it's 4th.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Willis on the sneak. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend.
Ready, set.
Here's White. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 11 touchdowns for the rookie in the regular season. He's got his first here in the playoffs.
And we know the guys on the other side of the field were hoping that he would be intimidated by playing in the postseason, but they can just let that go because he's as confident as they come. And I know that he believes that that's the first of many playoff touchdowns that he's going to have as his career progresses.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that makes the score 14-7. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
On second down, here's Mitchell. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Lance. Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone to put the lead up 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalize a little bit on top.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this thing gets marked to where it went out of bounds, so they're going to have really good starting field position near midfield. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing now is Lance. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Bucs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Now, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Hey, smash Bronco!
And they'll begin by running the option. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Willis. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Check, contact, check, contact.
Play action, Willis.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Mike Evans, 64 yards.
And the Bucs continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Check, man. Check, man. Go.
They'll try and run it here. And he'll get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And, oh, that's one he's going to want back. A poor kick. It heads straight out of bounds.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Vita Vea forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
A final shot before half for Lance. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Hey, check that, street.
First down, here's White. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Drop 60.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. 20 from touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Apparently the Big Top hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And solid field position here to start as they get this out to the 40-yard line.
You know, we always talk about the chess match in a football game, but we're usually talking about offensive coordinator versus defensive coordinator. How about the special teams coaches? I think we just saw a big-time adjustment by one to help his team get a spark to start the second half.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And, Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
And the Buccaneers are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. Second down. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. It's a play fake. Here's Willis. They'll roll him out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Willis with another keeper. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10, it's Willis. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it. And while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. The end result, 21 yards. Well, still in the 3rd quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11. Go ahead.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw left side, complete to McLeod. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They didn't go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Vita Vea picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
Lance now on 1st down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And with this advantage, this defense knew that passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he gets this up past the 30.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Hurt. 19-18.
They go right back to White here on 1st down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Second down, Willis looks to throw here. His throw incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
3rd down, it's Willis. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So a roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Here we go.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. 47 yards on the ground for him so far. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back, but 8 yards on 1st down puts them back on their heels.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Willis. That going to be caught downfield by Miller. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Scotty Miller, 45 yards. And the Bucs are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Talk about two sides of the ball and cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. The front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. He's got the hook up to McLeod. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Come on, set. Yellow, go.
Desperation time here. Lance completes it to Samuel. They find some open field here. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Throwing on first down is Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
On the set. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
From the gun, here's Willis. Making the catch, this is the tight end Oliver. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 27 yards there, a first down. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game. And they're not.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Ready. Steal. Just steal.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Go red. White.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Here we go. Red. On red. Hey, blue.
One final try now for Lance.
Rolling to his left. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
The Buccaneers are moving on in these playoffs as we say